Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Fridays from the Farm with me, Farmer Chris. This week I want to talk about challenge. I want to talk about failure. I want to talk about adversity. We have switched sessions from one STEAM group to the other. It's really hard for us because we kinda just found our groove with those students. I'm sure they found their groove with the work as well. But now they're enjoying a summer break, and then we have a new crew on that are going to learn the ropes and be able to work through this work with us. But it just has me thinking about the things that we face. Sometimes things are tough. I was fortunate enough to catch a few of those things on film. Tough moments or things that we're dealing with, like flies, or failures, mistakes that we might have made. So that's what this week is going to be about. We're going to check out those challenges, those failures. We're of course going to find something curious, and we'll catch up with Robin for some jokes. I hope that y'all are having a terrific week and that it's a good one to come. Take care. It's been real hot in our goat sheds, and so we got some new fans. You have the great pleasure of seeing one of them put together. We're going to cut this wall down, build a fan, install it, and that's going to be it. We're going to talk about flies. Do you have flies? We have flies. It's a really hard part about keeping goats and having animals is that flies find things to eat. And you can see that we've got a little bit of detritus on the ground from milking the goats. And so one of our big cultural controls is to sweep the floor. If we don't sweep the floor, then material stays on the floor, and you can see that these flies land on it and consume it. And so as long as that source of feed is there, so are the flies. So, did he just call us flies? My name's Billy. No way, my name's Billy too. What in tarnation is detritus? This is corn, right? All right. Somebody needs a lesson in sweeping. The other day I found a kernel as big as my cousin. So as big as you? On the farm, we have to deal with these pests. They'll bite our goats, and then they land on our face when we're milking. And so one of the best ways to deal with them is with bug paper and fly traps. This trap was set up probably about 5 hours ago. I hung these fly strips maybe an hour ago. So you can see they are prolific. There's plenty for them to feed on out here, and so we have to do something about it. So, did he just say goats? Man, that's why I have hair in my mouth. Gross! Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Curious Corner. If you came by Cottage Home right now and you looked at this post right here by the garden, you might be curious, Farmer Chris, why is the bottom burnt? And I'd be able to answer that question. We were cauterizing the end of our underlayment, and this mulch, along with a hot day and a very tiny ember, over the course of 45 minutes, began to catch fire. And thankfully a neighbor passing by saw it smoking and alerted us to it. But with this week's focus being on challenge and failure and just adversity, I thought it was really important to show you this because I immediately told everybody that I could. My boss, any directors that I serve, the principal of the school. I even got to see the neighbor later and thank her for noticing this issue. And so my curiosity is, how do you deal with challenge? How do you deal with failure? We all do it in different ways, and so I'm just curious how you do it for you. And so I hope you're curious about that. I hope you find your way through it, and that something this week catches you curious. Y'all take care. Do you know what happens when you bring too many aliens to dinner? You end up with extraterrestrials.